guys, today we're going to be doing activity 53, computer games. And basically we are going to be using two sheets in our workbook. And to add an extra sheet, there down here at the very bottom, you should see a plus sign somewhere on yours. You may not have these other things in there. And you want to click on that. It's going to create a new sheet for you. Okay, and it would like us to rename the first sheet. So if we right click, we do that one again. If we go down to that little tab at the bottom that has the sheet name in it, or it might just say sheet 1 and this might be sheet 2, then we want to click down in here and rename it. And we're going to name this one Top 5 RPG. Top 5 RPG. And then the second sheet we want to name, so again we're going to right click, rename, and we're going to call that December 2010 sales. Okay? Oops. Alright, so on this first sheet, we're going to go back to it, and we're going to type the data as shown. We're going to format the width of column A to 6 and left align. So we need to column width 6, left align is the default, so we don't have to do anything there. Column B, they'd like us to have it at 50, so we're going to select column B and column width and choose 50 and click OK. And again, we are going to make sure that's left align, and that is the default. And then C, they would like us to make that width 15. Going to give us a little extra space in this one. All right, and left align, good to go, because that's the norm. D would like it to be 11, so we're going to change that column width to 11. And it would like that to be centered in your book, so we're going to go up and center it, which is right up here. Okay, and then D5 through D9, we would like to display as currency, displaying 2 decimal places and the dollar symbol. So let's select those, and we're going to format cells and do currency, 2 decimal places, and the dollar symbol. Okay, and OK. Then we're going to format the width of column E to 20 and left align. Again, left align is the default, so you don't have to do anything with that. And F should be, the column width should be 10, and again left aligned, so we don't have to do anything there. So we're going to make that a 10. And then last one, G, they would like that to be 12. So we select that. Column width 12. And they would like that to be right aligned. So the right align again is up here, and it's this one over here. If you lay your mouse over it, you can see. Align right. All right, so then we're going to format cells G5 through G9 as dates. Okay, so G5 through G9, and we're going to format those as dates, and we want them displaying the month, the day, and the year, and we would like the year to be 2 digits. So we're going to go down there and choose that one and click OK. All right, cool. Now, to avoid losing data, they would like you to save that as computer games then. So we go up and save it as computer games. I'm going to throw this one on my desktop so it doesn't overwrite. Okay, computer games on the desktop. Sounds good. All right, then they would like us to type the data as shown for that second spreadsheet. Now I happen to have mine here, so I'm just going to basically copy it and put it in there. You're just going to have to forgive me taking that easy route, but I would have it would have taken a few minutes to type it. So again, it would like us to format A to 50 and left align. So we're going to select A, and we're going to format the column width to 50 and left align. In other words, we are not going to do anything because that's the default. And the width of column B should be 11. And they would like that to be center aligned. So we'll do that. It's right up here. And then format cells B5 through B9 as currency. B5 through B9, excuse me, as currency. So we want to just select those cells, format them, currency, 2 decimal places, make sure we have the symbol for the $sign. Click OK. And then we're going to format the width of column C to 15 and center align. Center aligns up here. And then we are going to format C5 through C9. There we go. As numbers displaying 0 decimal places. So we're just going to go to format cells, number, 0 decimal, well, not 4. Dear goodness. 0 decimal places. There we go. All right. And number 7, format the width of column D to 15 and center align. So we'll do that. And we're going to format the column width to 15 and make sure it's center aligned. So up here. All right, and then it would also like us to choose cells D5 through D9 and display those as currency. So format cells as currency, 2 decimal places, $sign symbol. So you might have to change those on yours. Mine don't need changed, but that's what we want to do there. Okay, so once we get all of that, then we want to put a link in to basically pull information from this page to this one, because we're going to use the same titles. So what we would like to do there is in cell A5, we're going to type in make sure I do this right. Okay, so we're going to type in the equal, and then we're going to put in top, just like it is down here. So however you typed it down there is what you need to put in. So if you used all caps for top, then you would need to put them in, okay, that way. And then we're going to put in top 5 RPG, single quotation mark, and then a exclamation point, B5. Okay. Okay. Didn't put what the typo was. Hang on. I think there's. Let's put a single quotation mark over here. Let's try that. Voila. Okay, so let's look at that formula again, because I typed it wrong the first time. The book has a typo in it, which is part of the problem. So basically what I needed to type in there was equal, and then single quote, and then the name of this page, top 5 RPG, with all the small or capital letters and spacing correct, and then end that single quote, and then exclamation point B5. If I go back here, B5 is this. So that's what it's pulling. And so when I have that all in there, then that's great. It put that one in. Now that seems like a lot to do to get that to come over, but here's the beauty. So see that autofill little box down there? We're going to just click on that and go down, and it fills in all the rest. Now we don't have very many of those, okay? But imagine that you had thousands and you could just do that and just drop down and draw it down and fill in a whole, thousands and thousands of entries just real quickly by putting in that one formula. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing in column B right here, but we need to put in the formula, same thing here with the equal. We need to put that single quotation mark in, even though the book may not have it. Okay, top 5 RPG, just like we typed it. Again, if you use capital letters, just use them. Then we're going to use that single quotation mark again, and then we're going to put in an exclamation point, and this time we're going to put in D5. Okay, what it's going to do then, hopefully, is pull that information from the other sheet, which again, if we go back here, D5 should be 1999. So, oh, there it did it. Okay, so we just basically clicked out of there and it did it for us. And again, that's really nice to be able to draw that down. Again, there are very few entries here, but the point is that you want to be able to, you could autofill like thousands and thousands of entries that way. Okay, so once we get that, then we need to figure out our total sales, which is over here. So in D5, we're going to put in the formula equals B5 times C5. And we use that asterisk or the little star that's above the 8. And we press enter. That's our total sales on that particular computer game. Okay, and we autofill down. All right, so on both of the worksheets, we want to put in a header and a footer as well. So we want to do that on both sheets, okay? So we want to go to Insert and put in our header and footer. And so we would put in here as the header, Activity 53. And your name. Sorry. And then right in here, we're going to put in computer games. And over in this last box, we're going to click up on current date. And we're going to put that little code in. And then before we leave here, we're going to add the page number. And again, we might want to put in the page number of the actual sheet, but we'll just leave it as that and see how that goes once we do this page over here. All right, so we're going to click over there. We're going to do the same thing, insert, text, header, footer, and we're going to type in Activity 53 and our name. And over here, we're going to type in computer games. Oh dear, there we go. And lastly, we're going to put that date in, current date button up here. And then very last thing, we're going to hit the footer, page 1, and good to go. All right, so from there, then we just need to double check that everything looks good. And Looks good to me. So then we're going to go to File, Save As, and we